Bees, airline passengers, oil rig operators, and pigs don't have much in common, but there's one thing they share. They all benefit from formic acid. BASF is the world's biggest producer of formic acid, although most of it is actually produced by others, by ants themselves. Ants use the acid to ward off attacks by their enemies, or to anesthetize their prey. The tiny insects produce far more of this highly desirable substance annually than all the factories of the world together. So it's not surprising that English chemist John Ray first distilled formic acid in 1671 by heating dead ants in a flask and collecting the distillate, a procedure that, thank goodness, together with this milking system, didn't catch on. BASF produces the acid synthetically, which is much more efficient. Formic acid consists of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. It is manufactured industrially from carbon monoxide and water. Structurally, there is absolutely no difference between this formic acid and the one made by ants. However, our product is much purer. Our formic acid satisfies quality criteria that range from bathroom cleaners to applications in the electronics and pharmaceutical industries. Due to huge demand in Asia, BASF recently opened its new formic acid plant in Nanjing, China. However, the company's biggest plant is in Ludwigshafen, where 180,000 metric tons are produced every year. Formic acid is extremely attractive because it is a small chemical molecule capable of a wide range of chemical reactions. This means that BASF's customers use formic acid for a wide range of products too. The finished product is packed into barrels, containers, or directly into trucks at the company's filling plants, and in the exact mixture that the customers need. In North and Central Europe, most of it goes to the farming and animal feed industries, for pig feed, for example. Formic acid-based salts, so-called formates, have antibacterial properties and are added to animal feed to prevent intestinal diseases. Unlike antibiotics, they promote natural growth and are broken down completely by the animals. Formates are biodegradable and therefore a boon for airport operators too. When surfaces ice over in winter, they provide a swift and environmentally friendly way to de-ice runways. Unlike salt, they don't corrode a plane's delicate landing gear, and they ensure that the wheels have a better grip, thus guaranteeing not to ruin your winter holiday. Formic acid can be a lifesaver for honeybees. Varroa mites, tiny parasites that attack bees, have a devastating impact. In 2003 alone, 1/3 of Germany's bee population was wiped out by the mites. Varroa mites feed on the soft part of bees' bodies and suck their blood. This makes the bees less productive and shortens their lifespan. If untreated, this will eventually kill all the bees and threaten the survival of the hive itself. This is why beekeepers use 60% formic acid. They place a sponge soaked in the acid near the hive. The hive has a temperature of 35 degrees Celsius all year round, which means that the acid evaporates and is evenly distributed. Beekeepers know that this method works because they have seen it happen in nature. Observations of anthills have revealed that several types of bird deliberately land on anthills and agitate them, seizing the ants, putting them under their wings, and squeezing hard. This causes the ants to release their chemical defense, formic acid, which kills the mites in the bird's feathers. Because of their high density, formates are also added to drilling fluids, when, for example, the fluid needs to be cooled down and bore holes stabilized. Formic acid looks set to be a winner in the future too. It may soon be used to operate cell phones and laptop computers. Together with the Canadian company Techion, BASF is currently conducting research into mini fuel cells. These are tiny formic acid tanks that, instead of batteries, supply the gadgets with energy. Certainly, neither John Ray nor the ants could ever have dreamt that formic acid would one day become such a formidable all-rounder.